Hey, what is going on, SMT Nation? It's your boy, the SMT. Not really a traditional Speed with Sneed video. This is actually just a drive that I took the other day, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you all what I'm seeing in the CLE from Verizon Wireless. A lot of people doubt, the effectiveness of mmWave and the ability of it to serve as a proper connection for people. They question its ability to propagate. They question its range. They question its usage and application. But honestly, it doesn't really matter how we feel about it as consumers in terms of its effectiveness when you have a company like Verizon Wireless who is forcing the issue. They are taking the drawbacks, the cons, all the limitations, and they're finding ways to solve those problems. So what they're doing is, and this is what I'm noticing, and I haven't really scoped out the areas in a long time. You'll see the nodes all over the place. I highlight them here, and I put the video on 2x, so that way this video isn't too long. But what Verizon is doing is they're putting them absolutely everywhere. This is Lakewood, Ohio. This is just outside of the CLE. It's the first city that's west of downtown Cleveland. And Verizon is putting these nodes all over the place. It's in the business districts. It's on the busy streets. It's on, all over, city blocks, neighborhoods. It's literally everywhere. And like I said, they're forcing the issue. The way that they're going to make their network really, really fast is by just putting these things all over the place. So in my drive around the city, where I haven't visited the city in a while, it's back in work and school and stuff and just busy with whatever, I come back, I'm just driving through and these things are all over the place. Here they are just highlighting, and I try to zoom in and show where they're positioned. They're putting them near parks. They're putting them near recreation centers. They're putting them on city blocks near homes. They're going to try to force the issue and get people connected to these nodes as frequently and as much as possible. Now, there are some propagation issues where you're not really going to connect well indoors. I have connected indoors, but it's not great, right? We're not going to get the gigabit speed inside from outside because of the degradation of the signal. The strength is just not there. But Verizon, like I said, forcing the issue, putting these things all over the place. In my drive around the town, I saw probably, I'd say about 12 to 15 sites that are new, that I never saw before, because these are parts of town where I frequent and I go all over, all the time, and I haven't been back. So these are all new sites. In fact, when I went to test the connections, they weren't even turned on yet. So these are recently installed and recently deployed. They're just not active yet. So I think when we got the word from Hans Vestberg, and here they are again, you guys can see the 3-sector nodes position there at the top. That's actually at a park, and it's also pointing at a neighborhood. Verizon CEO Hans Vestberg said that we're going to continue to deploy and spend in our network expenditure through the rest of the year. So the guidance and the spending was not being affected by the pandemic. And they're holding true, because I'm seeing small cell upgrades. I'm seeing mmWave expansion. We're seeing tower site upgrades. They're adding carriers. They're upgrading and modernizing hardware. Verizon's doing a good job of all this. Now, another thing to consider with the mmWave situation is, with C-band coming up and with CBRS already completed, and they're probably going to be deploying that next year, this is going to be a situation to watch. How much mmWave focus will there be once they start to deploy those other mid-band holdings? So I'm interested to see. There's another one. I'm telling you guys, Verizon is forcing the issue and putting these things everywhere they can. It looks like the city of Lakewood is not restricting them in any way. They're allowing them to install them wherever. Now, the thing about these installs is they're already, requested and put into place, on these sites. That gets processed probably like a year in advance, like 6 to 12 months in advance. Here's another one where they're all over the place. And, I don't know how much more they're going to be putting in Lakewood. I don't know how much more they're going to be putting in Cleveland. But when Hans Vestberg said that they were doubling down and they were going to expand and do more, he said they were going to add markets. He said they were going to expand and do more density within the markets that are pre-existing and already have it. So looks like they're holding true to that word. Verizon's spending big money on this project. There's another one. There's no denying it. They're taking their mmWave and 5G ultra wideband connectivity very seriously. They're putting them wherever they can. All right. Now, not all cities are going to allow this. There's obviously red tape. Municipalities and cities have to clear Verizon to do this and install them. But it looks like some cities are very generous in allowing them to do it. And Verizon's going to bolster the network. You could see how it's loaded. There's tons of residences. There's a lot of homes here. There's a lot of businesses. So it's a strategic approach that Verizon is using to help alleviate congestion. I'm encouraged by this. Again, a lot of people question the mmWave effectiveness. I don't. I see its application. I see its usage. It's not going to be their only mode of 5G. No carrier is going to not deploy 5G through midband. That's definitely going to take place. But, here it is. You guys can see it. Verizon is taking it very seriously. I actually slowed down this last segment so you can get a good view at the sectors and the nodes for these mmWave. Now, there is going to be a follow-up to this video. When they turn these on, I'll check back in a week or two. When they turn these nodes on, I'm going to do some testing. I'm going to check the range. I'm going to check the quality of the connection. I'm going to check the speeds as well. And I need to figure out if it's N260 or N261 because Verizon does hold licenses for both in the CLE. They have 39 gigahertz, which is N260, and they have 28 gigahertz, which is N261. So I need to know which one it is and how good it connects, and I'll do that testing so you guys can see how good it is. But I'm super excited. They're spending a lot of money. There's no denying it. This is an expensive endeavor. It's not, it's not going to be cheap. Clearly, it's a lot easier to do, network connectivity from macro sites. But, in a situation where they don't hold any additional midband, everything is being allocated to LTE. This is their solution to 5G for now, right? They don't have midband to deploy for 5G just yet. When the CBRS becomes available for them to deploy, obviously that'll be a big piece of what they do. You could see how much money they spent on the 3.5 gigahertz in the auction just about a month or two ago. And they're going to do the same thing with C-band, which is why I don't think people truly understand what Verizon's vision is. The vision is not just to do mmWave. The vision is to have mmWave and midband for 5G. Here's another sector there, 3-sector configuration, mmWave nodes. Thank you all for taking this opportunity to watch the SMT YouTube channel. If you appreciated this video and found it informative, please do rate this video, give it a thumbs up, share it to all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new, first time here, consider subscribing, activate that bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. And do check out some of the links in the description box. There's ways to donate. We have the link to the SMT Patreon page, the Twitter handle @SneedTech, where we also do Periscope Lives. And here are some other videos that I did hand select for you all to check out if you're not ready to leave the SMT YouTube channel just yet. Anyways, again, thank you for being here to watch. I am the SMT. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.